Happy Wednesday. I know I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry about that today. Still recovering from the most amazing weekend. The 2023 Lady Jeepers Extravaganza was amazing. Oh my gosh. So many amazing ladies came out. It was spectacular. Oh my goodness. So took a couple days off, still kind of recovering, getting my energy back. But man, talk about like I have been on cloud nine, so excited since our event together. Oh my gosh, so many amazing ladies, so many stories, so many great moments and memories and all sorts of things. So amazing, amazing. That is all I have to say. Hello. As you're jumping on here, let me know where you are watching from. I love to know where our amazing ladies are watching from. Yes, the extravaganza was amazing. Hello. I love seeing everyone pop on here. So for today, next week, I'm going to do story time with Kristin because, I want to bring forward some of the amazing moments and, just try to kind of paint a picture of what it's like to come to the extravaganza or to one of our amazing Lady Jeepers events. So that's going to be next week. Next week's going to be story time with Kristin for a cup of coffee with Kristin. Oh, we got sunny Florida, we have Marietta, Georgia, Virginia, Kentucky. I love it. I hope our ladies that were getting some snow and cold weather up north, I hope you're going to have some break in those temperatures. I know some of our ladies were headed back to like Wisconsin and up north, and they were getting snow. So they were heading from beautiful weather to snow. So I'm hoping that breaks for you quickly. We got Illinois. Oh, Susie said I had so much fun at the extravaganza. Can't wait for next year. Boop, boop. Absolutely. So much fun. So amazing. We have Jacksonville, Florida. I love it. Love it. Love it. So next week's going to be story time with Kristin. Today, I thought it was fitting and appropriate and the perfect timing since we just had our big Lady Jeepers extravaganza event to talk about some after event or after trail ride checks that you can do for your Jeep. So, biggest thing that I want to talk about is after you've spent an amazing weekend out in your Jeep, enjoying the trails, maybe an event weekend, when you go to leave the event, I always recommend to stop and to wash your Jeep, especially your wheels. So important, especially if you went through any kind of mud. Like we had some rain this past weekend. So there were places that the trail was a little sloppy. There was some mud, which means when you go through it, it can actually cake in and dry on your wheel, which can then throw off the weight and the balance of your wheel, which can cause vibration in the steering wheel, your ABS light to come on, different things to happen. So I always recommend when you get done trail riding or for an event weekend, find somewhere to go ahead and wash. And you don't have to like wash your Jeep on the way home, but like hit it with the pressure washer, like go to one of those wash stations where you have a pressure washer, and especially the wheels. You want to get on the outside and you want to make sure that you can turn and be spraying from the inside out. So you're getting your brakes, you're getting your wheels, making sure that there's nothing that is going to or that already is dried and crusted on your wheel. So really important. And this is not just for mud. If you go in sand or dust, you also want to make sure that you really hit your wheels, your brakes, so they don't have sand in your brake pads or dust in your brake pads when you are driving home. So it's always a great habit to get in. I know it's a little extra work, but if you had a great weekend and you enjoyed it, it's just a little price to pay before you drive home. Hit it with that pressure washer really good. Wheels, tires, your brakes, brake pads, rotors, get in both sides. And then, of course, I recommend just doing a good sweep. Inner fenders, steering components, front end. See if you can kind of get a good swipe underneath. Make sure you do the front and rear. This also gives you the opportunity to knock things off to see if there was any damage. I know We had a steering dampener come loose on Monday for our volunteer ride and twist. So that caused some steering issues. So if you can hit everything with that pressure washer and look, you can see if anything is loose, if anything is twisted, if anything's been damaged before you just start all the way home on your drive. And the wheels, especially, and brakes are important to do that. So I highly recommend, that is my tip for today on our Cup of Coffee with Kristin, that before you head home and start driving from an event or a trail ride or a long weekend, pull in to the car wash, like a self wash, and spend some time to just really clean any of the dust, the dirt, or the mud off of your Jeep. You don't have to spend time completely washing it. I always recommend do not use any of the scrub brushes or any of that available at those car washes. That could damage your paint. I would recommend wait till you get home to do that, but you can always hit it with the pressure washer. Pre-soak is great, then hit it with the pressure washer, spending extra time on wheels, your rotors, your brake pads, and of course, front end components underneath of your Jeep and all of your rear end so you can make sure all your suspension looks good and springs and everything like that. So that is my quick tip for today on our Cup of Coffee with Kristin. Just one quick thing that you can do after an amazing event, weekend, or trail ride to help ensure that there are no issues as you go to drive home. I have a whole post-ride checklist that we're going to start going through together as well, since we're getting into Jeep season. Excuse me. So there's more that you want to check, but this is just a quick, easy start to get in the habit every time you go to leave an event or trail ride that's going to help to set you up for a successful drive home and help to catch anything before it becomes a big problem. That is also a big tip for you after you leave a trail riding weekend. So I'm going to jump over, look at comments. Hello. Oh, we got Minnesota, North Carolina, New York, Illinois, Jacksonville, Florida. I love it. Love it, ladies. Well, I just wanted to pop on here quickly for our kind of Wednesday scheduled coffee break together. So just remember, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we jump on right here and we go through just a quick tip that is going to help you with your Jeep journey. So mark your calendar, set a reminder on your phone every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. We are going to take a coffee break. We're going to enjoy some caffeine and some Jeeps and jump in on one specific subject. So next week, we're going to do story time with Kristin. Then we're going to jump into finishing out a full post-ride checklist that you need to do when you get home from an event or a trail ride, since we are in this beautiful spring Jeep season weather. Well, maybe not some of our northern ladies. I see Wisconsin in the house. Do you still have snow in Wisconsin, or are you starting to warm back up? I just had to ask because, like I said, I know some of our ladies were headed back up north and they're like, we're going home to snow after 80-degree weather. Nope, it melted. Yay! So I'm hoping everywhere is going to be moving into spring and Jeep season so that you are out there enjoying yourself, enjoying your Jeep. So we're going to be focusing on some spring tips to be moving into, as we're all going to be out there enjoying this weather even more. And that means more time behind the wheel of our amazing Jeeps. Still snow in Minnesota. Oh, Julie, I am so sorry. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Snow is awesome, but I know for me, I was ready to be moving into spring. Oh, Wisconsin is 43 degrees though, and rain. At least you're above freezing. You're getting closer. Spring is on the way, which means more Jeep time, more Jeep season and Jeep weather. Julie said, not anymore. Tired of the snow. I don't blame you. I feel like it's been a long winter some places and a really mild winter other places. So you just never know what kind of weather you're going to be getting and when. It's kind of crazy. All right, ladies, I am not going to keep you any longer on this amazing Wednesday. Thank you for jumping on here for a cup of coffee with Kristin and a quick tip to help you with your Jeep journey. Again, don't forget, mark your calendar, set a reminder on your phone for every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, so we can jump on for a cup of coffee with Kristin. So I'm going to keep recovering for the day. I will be back in the office tomorrow morning, right back at it, back to work. So if you've sent me emails or messages, don't worry. I will be back at it full speed ahead tomorrow. I had to take a couple days off to recoup from such an amazing weekend and event. So I will see you ladies again next Wednesday, right here, 3 p.m. Eastern for Cup of Coffee with Kristin. And we're going to do story time next week. So I hope to see you on there. We can share stories together. I have some really powerful stories that I want to share with you as we were talking about upcoming events, as we were talking about the extravaganza, and just the experiences that make the event so amazing. So I can't wait to bring this forward to you next week for Cup of Coffee with Kristin and Story Time. So have a great rest of your afternoon, ladies. Great Jeep end and weekend if I don't see you before then. And I hope to see you right back here next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.